Hi everyone. So I just wanted to share with you some of the Sian Richards 4K palette that I picked up. I wanted to show you the colors, all the use that you can have for it, what I've used it for. 99% of my face right now is Sian Richards, from the lips, the cheeks, a little bit of highlight, the eyes, the eyeliner, um, literally almost, and foundation, literally almost everything besides my brows. So I want to share with you what I use and also a little bit more of how I use the product. So I wanted to share with you the Hydro Proof formula. That's the matte formula. That's the formula that does not budge, does not move for anything. I'm gonna let you know how I use it. I'm just gonna show you the collection of the ones that I have so far. I don't have all the palettes. I just bought basically almost all of them, but the ones I know for sure I really wanted to test out and make use of. So I have about seven, right? Seven of the Hydro Proof, and in no particular order, I'm going to show you what I have for it. So this is the Ether palette here, and it's one of their foundation colors. I like that her colors are more real life skin colors, you know, and then she has color correctors built in and all of that. I use some of this, which is, I believe, golden caramel, mixed with my foundation shade, which I'll show you in a bit, to have to lighten that formula so I can have a little highlight going. And another thing I really love about the Hydro Proof is that it sets itself. I literally do not use any powder. It sets itself, and because it sets itself and sets itself fast, I have to quickly blend it out as soon as I put it on. I dig just a small portion of it out with a spatula. As you can see, I've used it, but this has been used a few times. You just need a little bit because it's so pigmented. You just need a little bit to mix with your formula, any formula, and right out of the packet here, you can put it on any palette, clear palette that you have, and mix it up. I like to use my fingers to apply it, and right after blend it out with a brush, preferably a smaller brush in my opinion, and immediately go ahead and do that. And I have, I'm starting to get some wrinkles under my eyes, and I love the fact that I didn't need to even set it, you know. So I love that fact because it sets itself and sets right away. So it's if you want to work really fast, or if you're oily skin or combination skin like me and you don't have to worry about setting it like at all, that's amazing. This thing is more of on the matte side, the Hydro Proof formula. So if you plan on wearing it all day, right now I feel very comfortable. I have combination skin, so it's normal here. Well, more dry here, normal everywhere else, and just oily in my T-zone area. And it feels comfortable on my face. And because it's pigmented, you're not using a lot at the same time, and you just blending it out. I mean, you know, just makes everything fast, quick, and easy, which I love. Moving on to the only other foundation palette I have, this is the Essence palette. And this one is famous for because she used it or created it around the same time as Sian Richards was doing Black Panther. So this was inspired by that as well. I'm known for that. And you will see the names, they have African names. For example, they have Afar, they have Zulu, Maasai, you know, different tribe names behind this. So this is this color here, which I think is Berbere. I believe that's the color. It is the closest shade to me, but it's not the closest tone. So I would mix one of the color correctors here because this is more golden. I'll just try test it out on my chest. If you can see that, barely. Okay, wipe it off. Can't really see it. But you can tell that it's very golden in nature. So I mix because I want that shade. I don't want to get darker. I mix a little bit of this peach tone into it, and you just literally need a little bit. Let me give an example how little you need to get into it. Hopefully you can see that. Literally, that's it. Warning, warning, it's very pigmented. So I mixed this and a little bit of this to make it a little less golden and more on the, bring more of some red, some peachy tones back into my skin color. And as you can see, it worked out perfect. Or if you want it just as a color corrector, I sometimes have problems with color correctors, especially if it's too much of a liquid formula. Then you have to set it before you apply either more liquid or cream on top of it, or however you usually do it. I love using this because it sets itself and it does not budge. So I would mix a little bit more peach than usual to make it more of a peachy brown color, and that's my absolute perfect color corrector shade. And I put it on there and set it, and you can put whatever on top. You can put liquid on top. It will not move under it, like at all. So for color correcting, especially for deeper skin tones, amazing. All the other colors here, you can tell like it's a little bit darker. So it's not the right shade. I can probably get away with wearing this and then highlighting a little bit more. But all the colors are beautiful, deep colors, and they're more red tones. They have some still neutral, some golden, and a deep color here. If I really want a soft contour, which I kind of did, especially, you know, my big forehead right here, I believe I used today this because it had a little bit more warmth into it. It's deeper, but a little bit more warmth. And if I want to deepen it up even further, I can use this, of course, if I want more of a dramatic, sharp contour look. So another palette that I love in the Hydro Proof formula is called Melanin. So let me tell you, if you're anywhere deeper than that, they have this palette called Melanin. Super rich, super deep colors. They have, if you can tell, they have like a deep burgundy. They have some blacks, some off blacks, some deep browns, like a brick. It reminds me of a brick red, just a little bit deeper. They have plenty of options. And what I love to use this for, I can use it for eyeliner. I did not use it for eyeliner today because I used something else that I'll show you coming up in the Hydro Proof formula. But I love using this for eyeliner. Again, if you want to darken anything up, you can use this for a nice eyeshadow. I have hooded eyes, so smoky eye looks are perfect for my eye shape. This will be my go-to. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong, and the colors are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm trying to come up close so you can get to see more of the tones of each and every color. And again, for brows, you just need a tiny, I don't know, like a tiny angled eyeliner, you know, something that creates brush strokes, like tiny brush strokes to create the perfect brow. I did not get a chance to use it today, but for if I want to create brow hairs, because I barely have any eyebrow hairs, this is perfect. And because it's that setting Hydro Proof formula, guess what? It's waterproof. It's not going anywhere. And especially for someone like me who is oilier in the T-zones, it's amazing. It's perfect. This is like one of my go-to. So you can make it very opaque, and you can make it light by using the correct brush. Another one of her deep palettes in the Hydro Proof formula is called Velvet. So if you want a little bit more color, but deep, rich tones, and your dark skin or just love deeper colors, this is a go-to. For example, I am using this beautiful, I don't know, like deep berry color on my eyelids. And this palette is very rich. Again, the Hydro Proof formula is super rich, so a little bit goes a long way. So for it to not to be even too vivid or too pigmented, I dilute it with Duraline. I already had Duraline. I know she has her own kind of mix and medium, but Coraline is my go-to. I already have it and it works perfect with it, especially to dilute this type of formula. So what I did was half a drop, just a little bit, because you just want to wet it up, because even though it's sets itself and so on, it's more drying formula right out of the packet, and you dip it, take it on your spatula, and I like to use my fingers anyway. It's already like, you know, creamy, but to make it, it's more like a dry creamy. So to make it a little bit more creamier and, you know, to make it more diluted in color, I use a tiny bit of the Coraline and I mix, and I have this beautiful eyeshadow. And then all I do to finish to create that smoky faded effect is just a brown eyeshadow that matches with that color. And that's it. Also, I use some of her Hydro Proof to do my waterline, and I'll show you what palette that I use that for coming up. So I have this palette here, is her Brio palette, and they have, well, she has so many amazing colors. You can mix, you can do whatever with. For example, as I showed you with the Velvet palette, I have this eyeshadow color here. This is great for an eyeshadow base, especially if you have hooded eyes like me or eyes that crease a lot. This is perfect because it sets itself and it sets real fast. There is no creasing, so this is perfect as an eyeshadow base, or just wearing it by itself. Or if you're a photographer, you're doing a creative water look, and like something in the pool, and a shot in the pool is waterproof, is not going anywhere, she'll be having fabulous eyeshadow on underwater. It's amazing. So just showing a little bit more of what these colors look. Hot pink here, and this blue is like a deep, beautiful blue. Like, this is not doing it justice. Let me see if I can swatch it real quick. I have that in my waterline. So again, you can use it for eyeliner, you can use it for eyeshadow base, create any type of artistic look that you want. And so I'm just gonna swatch this blue here, because in the pan is beautiful. Outside the pan on you is just beautifuler, if that's a word, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna show you this top blue here. It's like a, I don't know how to call it indigo, but I don't know. I never thought it would look so good. And a lot of people like that blue eyeliner look. So I'm just taking this little tiny bit right here and taking on my finger, and I'm just gonna like, can you see how beautiful and rich that blue is? Like, look how pretty that is. It's amazing. I might just use it next time as my eyeshadow. I didn't know how pretty it would actually be. So I have that in my waterline. Again, it's safe for me to put in my waterline. To make it easier, I'll put tiny bit of the mixing medium. Just make it a little bit more creamier if you have a bigger eyeliner brush, but something like this, or even smaller, because you don't want it to absorb because it sets real fast, to just quickly apply and do one eye at a time and quickly apply it in the waterline or on your eye, however. And so it gives me in person, I don't know if you can see. So I'm trying to move up, so I kind of move closer to the camera. So as you can see, it's like a really nice blue tone, and with the purple, it kind of balance each other out in a way. So it's makes it like very unique, and it's waterproof. It's like a waterproof eyeliner. So I mostly bought this to use as an eyeshadow base, and plus it has a black in there. Like, who can go wrong with that? And also, of course, they mix together. So if you want to make it a light pink, a lighter blue, like a sky blue, you can go ahead and do that. But I was trying to say, I mostly wanted to use it as an eyeshadow base. No, it's bomb as a eyeshadow on its own, period, or lip, or whatever you want to use. Be creative. So another of her Hydro palette I decided to check out. This one is called Veda. And hopefully you can get to see the rich reds in here. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. And if you dilute it with the inglot mixing medium or whatever mixing medium you have, this will be absolutely beautiful as like a really nice blush color, like very nice. And with the mixing medium, it just helps to not make it as pigmented. You can mix with it a little bit more, buff it out a little bit more, make it look a lot more blended, and it just gives you a beautiful hint of color. So I love using that. And as you can see, these are beautiful blush slash lipstick shades, and you can create a matte lip with that. What I'll do if I'm using this as a matte lipstick is make sure that you have moisturizing lip gloss or moisturizing lip treatment underneath it, because it's a matte lip and you want it to be a little bit more comfortable, because as I said, they set and they dry, they stay just like that. So of course, beautiful colors, and hopefully this will help you in your purchase now that you know exactly what it might look like, you know. So yeah, possibilities are endless with this one as well. Next, this is the final hydro proof formula that I do have, but it's one of my favorite ones. This one is called Serenity, and it looks like this. This is if you don't like a lot of color, you just want something simple that will work with almost everything. This is your palette. I love this palette. I use it as the eyeshadow. I believe the last time I used the eyeshadow, I used this color here, which is Rosewood. Rosewood, at least on my skin tone, it looks absolutely beautiful. Perfection. And these as lip colors, like matte lip colors, beautiful. And of course, even though it's a matte, more mattifying formula, it can be, you can gloss it up to make it a little less matte. And if you just love the color, you can always gloss it up. But look at these colors, like you can't deny how beautiful these are. Like each and every color in this palette is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, like I've tried almost all of them so far, and I mean, my favorite out of the hydro proof formula so far is this palette, since Serenity. So if you want to try it out and test it out in this formula, I would say to check out Serenity. So that was 7 of the hydro proof formula palette. I have 4 of the formula Dreamy Creamy. So this one is more of her lip wear. Again, as I said, the hydro proof is more matte and so on. So if you want more of a lipstick formula, you go here. Okay, this one's gonna look crazy because I depotted this. This is the first one I depotted and I put in little palettes. I will have a separate video showing how I depot my stuff, so I can have it in my makeup artistry kit. So this palette is called Vibrato. Okay, so vibrant it is. As you can see, it's messed up, but it's because I depotted most of it. Look at these bright and beautiful colors, okay? And don't be scared to get this one, not because it's bright colors, because it's the Dreamy Creamy formula. It's more of that lipstick, you know, formula, something more sheer. You don't have to dilute this. This can be sheer and build its way up. I'm trying to see if I use, for example, how sheer it can be. I use a tiny bit of raspberry. Look how beautiful this color is. Can you see? And this one is like a very, very, very deep purple. It's not black, just letting you know. But look how beautiful that is. And it's so, just a little bit of it, you can barely see it. But I love using this as a blush, not just as lip wear, because if you want that real highlight shade without adding a highlighter on top, because it has that nice gloss, nice glow to it, I prefer using this if that's the feel that you like. If you want more of a matte look, definitely try the others. But otherwise, these for bright lipstick shades, like you can't go wrong. Of course, you can't, you know, it doesn't set itself or anything like that because it's more of a creamier formula. But it's creamy, it's comfortable to wear. The colors are pigmented. It's just that you have the option to share it out because it's a little bit more creamy. I'm gonna go ahead and try to swatch one. I feel so bad digging into it because I feel like I destroyed it, but I just depotted it. So I'm going to depot. This one is like a beautiful coral color. It's like a true coral. Hopefully the camera is picking it up really, really well. But it's more of a true coral color. I'm gonna just show you what it is. It's just like, as I said, like lipstick formula, like that type of creamy, if that makes sense. And this is probably a little bit much. I'm gonna try to put it in the back of my hand. And again, it's very creamy, as you can see. So the color is there. You can share it out. You can reapply it. I like to use it if I'm using it on the cheeks or anything like that. I like to use it with my fingers and tap it in. That's how I prefer to use that. So next up, the Dreamy Creamy formula. This one is called Nudism. So if you like pink, like muted pink, mauve colors, Nudism is your go-to. They're classic, lip colors. You can't go wrong. I'm loving this deep color here. As you can see, I haven't really tried that one yet. That's going to be my next color, okay? But look at this. I even have like some nude pinks, nude colors over here, like pink here, like a mauve type of purple color. Beautiful. Like, if you want to test out lips, I think Nudism would be a safe way to go because you can use this with almost any look. So the next one I tried is Dreamy Creamy in Radiance. The next Dreamy Creamy I bought is Radiance. And I think it was Wayne Goss that was talking about it, how he loved it, and that's the reason why I got it. I used this, which one it was? I believe this color here. So these are more the Radiance formula, by the way, sorry, before I jump into it. These are more of like their lipstick formula, kind of, but more metallic. For example, I have this color on my lips. I just have some brown lip liner on, and I use this on my lips. So as you can see, it's a little bit more, as I say, radiant. Has a little bit more shimmer to it, and it's true to color. Whatever you see in these pans is what's going to be on your face or wherever else you're putting it, okay? True to color, like, that's how that looks on me. So, and I also like using this as, because it has that radiant, that highlighter effect, I like to use it as a blush as well. So the little bit of highlight that you see is from, I believe, the same color, or probably mixed with one of these. Yeah, to me, well, actually, this color will be my go-to for me, for my complexion, and I use this and that just a tiny bit because I want a little bit natural. You can see a little bit of faint, like a hint of color there, and I just use to buff it out the same foundation brush, which is not really a foundation brush, but something small just to quickly just pat it in to blend it out. So nothing too harsh. And again, the Dreamy palette is a little bit more forgiving. You can build up with it. So again, just showing you this is what that looks like. If you want something more of a glow, more of a metallic look on your lips, or highlight, or you can add it into the center of your lips to make it pop a little bit more, this will be a go-to. So last but not least, this is the last palette I have. It's their Dreamy Creamy formula, and this is in Coraline. So for this one, hopefully you guys get to see how beautiful and rich and corally and awesome it is. So I'm seeing on camera it's looking a little bit more on the pink side. So I'll try to take a picture of it and put it up somewhere just so you can get to see, how of a rich coral it is, more peachy orange tone it actually is. For some reason, I'm noticing the corals in the video are not showing up the way it is, but everything else is literally true to color. I'm like looking at the screen and trying to test it out. But like, bam, okay. One sec, let me try to make this more cool tone and turn it down. Okay. All right, so I'm bringing this more. I changed the tone of the light, so hopefully you can see a little bit more coral. Let me tell you, this was sold out Like when I was getting it was sold out on the three main websites that I usually go to purchase these. Sold out, was not coming back anywhere in sight. I had to go to the main line. I had to go to the main website to obtain these. These were always sold out, and these are so rich and beautiful. And for blush, for lips, beautiful. Like, and I love coral on my lips. I just love it. I don't know why. It just looks good. Like if I wanted to get away with a lip look and I'm not sure of anything, definitely gonna go with like a coral or coral peachy nude kind of type of vibe. So Coraline, as you can see in the dreamy creamy formula, is my favorite one. So I have, as you can see, about 1100 palettes so far. She has a couple more. Let me know which one I should check out. I'm definitely loving it. Will definitely purchase some more of her palettes. And as I said, I'm depotting them into my... So yes, thank you guys for watching until all this time. Hopefully you like the products, want to check them out, or love them. You're actually a fan of hers too. Let me know some other possible ways or things that you could use it for. Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time.